Hello everyone, this is the Blue Dragon Gamer and we are playing Episode 5 High Tech Terror.
So now we know that ShermanTech is behind all of this. But why?
According to my research, ShermanTech is using all of that land to build giant antennas. I wonder what they could be for.
Well, there's only one place we'll find the answer to that. ShermanTech headquarters. I've already called ShermanTech and arranged for us to get on a tour of their facilities.
While Freddy, Daphne, and I are taking the tour, Shaggy and Scooby will sneak off and look for...
The cafeteria?
No, clues. Specifically, clues about antennas.
Like there could be antennas in the cafeteria.
Oh, brother.
Welcome to ShermanTech.
Do you think we'll be able to meet Mr. Sherman?
Mr. Sherman is a busy man.
No, not that busy.
Mr. Sherman, it's an honor.
May I introduce my Chief Scientific Officer, Selena Drake.
We're currently working on some exciting new technology. Perhaps you'd like to see it.
Of course! Especially if it involves low-frequency electromagnetic waves.
Yes, they're our favorites.
Well, why don't we start?
All right, you two. Now try to find as many clues as you can.
Here we're given a task to find your way to the elevator. Start off by going over to the vending machine. Here we find our first sandwich ingredient. Our first ingredient is barbecue sauce. Head through the door with the elevator sign. Looks like there's a security camera. Well, I'm sure they won't mind if we just go through.
Hey, you with the dog.
Alert.
Dog? Where?
Stay out of restricted areas, please.
Will do. Right, Scoob? Where?
I guess not. Here we're given a task to disable the security cameras. Head through the door with the security camera sign. Here we see some more security cameras, so we can't go this way. Head through the door with the 8-ball sign. Hide behind the containers until the security guard walks by. Then sneak past him and go right. Be sure to sneak because he will hear you and turn around if you walk or run. Around the corner we see our first clue. Let's get it.
Better show it to Velma.
Put on the security guard costume and make your way past the security guard.
Too, Raggy.
You must be the new guys.
Head into the room on the left. Well, this is a nice room. They got a dartboard, a big TV, a nice view, a pool table, and some arcade games. Okay, enough about how great this room is and get back to the game. Put on the scientist costume and continue past the security guard in the hallway to the next room.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Once the guard leaves, turn around to find a switch on the wall. Pull the switch. This completes disabling the security cameras. I find it funny how none of the security guards seem to notice that all the security cameras have stopped working. Not even the one walking down the hall as it happened. You would think someone would at least check it out or something, but no. With the security cameras disabled, we should now be able to get to the elevator through the door with the elevator sign back in the visitor area. I'm just going to wait for the security guard to go through the door first. It should be as simple as going through the door.
This is a restricted area.
Oops. Sorry. Sorry.
Please, don't leave this area.
Of course, it can't be that easy. We need to find an alternate way. Continue back to the security camera room by going around again.
Where's the security guard? Like I don't feel any more secure.
How's it going?
Great. Like I'm a professor of gluttonology.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Anything I can help with, sir?
Everything's groovy. I mean, fine.
This time, go through the door on the left. Put on the security guard costume and head through the door.
I sure hope so, Scoob.
This door leads back to the visitor area. We can't go through this door, so head past the silent security guard who doesn't speak and go up the stairs. Head through the door. Here we find our second clue.
I found a clue. Better show it to Velma. Okay.
Put on the scientist costume and go through the door. Continue down the hall and head through the door. This completes finding your way to the elevator. Here we see the security guard that caught us before. This time we can walk right past him and get in the elevator.
Like stay close to me, Scoob.
They have? Perfect. No, let them go on. We'll take care of it. As we speak, your friends are bringing the Tome of Doom back to its rightful owner. Me.
Zoinks! Like I guess we can only go forward now. Yeah, forward.
Here we're given a task to find Fred, Daphne, and Velma. As you can see, we have a force field blocking the way. Open the two lockers to reveal different color numbers. All you need to remember is the color order. Head over to the control panel and enter the code. The code is green, yellow, yellow, green. After entering the code, push the button to deactivate the force field. Now we can head through the door. Go through the other door. Behind the force field, we see a guard who is patrolling. Ignore him for now and head over to the console. We need to find the blue keycard before we can use it. Go back to the force field and wait for the guard to get farther away.
Let's go.
Once he's farther away, you can push the button to deactivate the force field. Then sneak inside and stay close to the wall as you go around. Here we find the blue key card in the corner. Continuing along, we see another force field blocking the way. Now we can head back and use the console. Get the attention of the guard to avoid having him go toward the console. Run behind the table and he will lose sight of you. Go over and use the console. This deactivates the force field blocking the way. Now we can continue to where the force field was blocking the way, but before I do, I just want to take care of the guard. You do not need to do this, it is just something that I like to do. Hide behind the table and he will lose sight of you even though you are sticking out from the waist up. Well, head up in Scooby-Doo's case. I guess he can't see too well wearing that mask. Again, be sure to sneak because he can still hear you if you walk or run. His eyes don't work, but his ears sure do. Eventually, he will continue to patrol, this time going to the other side with the force field deactivated. When he does, I like to reactivate the force field, trapping him on the other side. Why do I do this? No reason, it is just something unnecessary that I find myself doing in this episode. Getting back to the game, head over and use the teleporter. Use the camera to save your game. Use Scooby-Doo to crawl through the pipe.
Access denied.
This door is locked, and the other door is also locked, but needs a red keycard to open. Head back to Shaggy.
Zoinks! Hey, Scoob, you're back!
Wait for the row of steam to stop. Run over and open the locker at the end. Inside the locker, we find the red keycard. Now we can go back and open the locked door.
I'll wait for you right here, Scoob. Okay, Raggy.
Access granted.
As you can see, the room is full of steam, so we can't go inside. Head back to Shaggy, and this time go over and use the console.
So scared. I almost lost my appetite. Almost. Look, Raggy, a robot.
This gives us control of a robot, which we can use to enter the room full of steam. Use the robot to turn the valve handles to turn off all the steam. With the steam turned off, we can now head through the door at the end. Before we head through the door, inside the lockers are some Scooby snacks if you need to recover. Also be sure to climb up on the containers. Here we see our second sandwich ingredient. Let's get it. Our second ingredient is eggs. Now we can head through the door.
Access granted. Access.
This door is locked from the other side.
Careful, Scoob.
Use Scooby-Doo to crawl through the pipe. While watching the security cameras, we notice that they move back and forth slowly. Wait for the right opportunity and use Scooby-Doo to crawl under the containers. Head through the door in front of the containers. Here we see another guard patrolling. I like to trap the guard behind the force field to get him out of the way. Push the button to deactivate the force field.
Stop!
Then lure the guard inside.
I think I heard something.
Once he is inside, run past him and push the button to reactivate the force field, trapping him inside. With him out of the way, push the button by the door to deactivate the security cameras. Now we can open the door for Shaggy.
Scooby-Doo!
Here we see one security camera still activated with a costume container in the center. Head back into the room in front of the containers and use the console.
Look, Raggy, a robot!
This gives us control of a robot. Use the robot to move the costume container away from the security camera. Put on the scientist costume to get past the security camera and use the teleporter. Inside the lockers are some more Scooby snacks. Use the camera to save your game. To get past the force field, we need to push the button. By deactivating the force field, we will also be releasing the zombies that are trapped. It is just something we have to do. Now we have some zombies that we need to capture to get through the door.
One less zombie to worry about.
Use the wisp generator to recharge the Tome of Doom.
I no need to fall to pieces over this. Like, gotcha, zombie! Way to go, Raggy! What do we do?
These zombies are still safely trapped behind their force field, so we don't have to worry about them. Head through the door. Here we notice a guard patrolling. Make your way around him and head over to the console. To use it, we need to find the yellow keycard. Go over and use the teleporter. Here we have a force field blocking the way. Head back to the other room. Climb up on the containers and make your way along the top. Here we find our third clue.
What do we do? Like, way to go, Scoob!
Head over to the costume container. Before putting on the costume, make sure that the guard is near the console. Okay, that should be good. Put on the scientist costume and go talk to the guard.
Oh, hi guys. Listen, I really need to take a break. Think you can cover for me?
Sure, but...
Great. Here, take my keycard.
Like, take all the time you need.
Now we got the yellow keycard. Go over and use the console. This deactivates the force field, opening up the path. This is the end of part 1 of episode 5, High Tech Terror.